there's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
Hi, welcome to Yoga in Practice. My name is Stacey and I will be your teacher. Please close your eyes for a moment and enjoy your breath. Learning to trust yourself and to be authentically you is one of the great lessons that yoga provides. As one of my mentors likes to say, yoga is the art of getting good at being yourself. Today we will learn to engage our muscles in standing poses, which allows us to take a more confident stance. Engaging our muscles in this way also has a calming effect on our nervous systems. In this class, we will focus on two key standing poses, Warrior Two and Side Angle Pose. Please open your eyes and let's practice. Joining us in practice today is Jacqueline and also Sharon. Please come forward on your hands and knees. Table pose. Place your hands shoulder width apart so that your wrists are straight and your index fingers are parallel with one another. Press down firmly through your fingertips and notice the tone come into your forearms. Enjoy that tone and watch that you don't lock out your elbows to hold you. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, soften. Inhale, lift your chin and your tailbone, arch the back. Exhale, tuck and round in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. Follow your breath. Inhale, let it sweep you forward, open your heart. Exhale, round, contract. Inhale, look forward one more time. Keep the foundation of your hands steady. Lift your tailbone and then draw back into downward facing dog. Stretch back. Enjoy your breath. Keep your foundation strong. And now notice, remember the length of your stance, that your feet and hands are not too close together, that you're bunching up through the spine, nor are you too long in your stance where you feel like you don't have any steadiness. Breathe here, and as you remember the foundation, come back to the four corners of your hands so that you feel the mound of the index finger, the base of your thumb, the bottom of your little finger, and the outer heel of your hand. Pressing those 4 points down, draw power up the arm muscles into your back. Look forward. Walk up now into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Plant your feet well. Hug your muscles lovingly to the bone. It's fine here if you put your hands up on a block or on the front of your legs if you need to, or even bend the knees if you have to. Squeeze your feet toward one another to tone the inner edge of your legs. And then lifting the muscles from the feet all the way up into the core of your pelvis. Maintain that engagement. Inhale, lift halfway forward, extend, lengthen your spine, keeping your legs strong. Exhale, bend your knees deeply into a squat, Utkatasana. This is sometimes called the powerful pose, so maintain the power in your legs. Pull down with your tailbone, lift your chest up a little bit higher. Inhale. Lift to standing, raise your arms overhead. Rooting through your legs, stretch up more fully through your arms. And then drawing up into your pelvis from your feet, pulling down into your pelvis from your hands. Feel this strength in this steady, confident stance. Exhale, bend forward, Uttanasana again. Placing your hands on your mat. Please step your left leg backward into a lunge. Align your foot between both hands, so you may have to adjust your stance slightly. Keep your front foot grounded and strong. Exhale, please bring your left knee to the mat. Now pressing down into your right foot, drag your right foot backward. And so what you want to feel is as you drag the foot backward, the underside of your right leg engages. Please take your left knee and pull it forward. And as you hold that, keeping the hips level, remember to keep an easy, natural breath here as you practice. Inhale, raise your left knee now. Continue to drag the feet toward one another. And then raise your arms overhead, lifting up. The muscles will provide better balance for you. So if you feel at all out of balance, hug the muscles stronger to the bone and reach up fully here. Exhale, bring your hands back to your mat. Downward dog, step back. Press out through the fingers. Keeping all 4 points of your hands grounded. Take a breath and soften. Walk forward now into Uttanasana. Plant your feet well. Hug your legs toward one another. And feel like the muscles flow upward from the feet into your hips. And then press back down into your feet. Please step your right leg backward into a lunge. And step it back far enough. Check that the front knee is over your heel. And then exhale, lower your right knee. Begin the engagement by isometrically pulling your left foot backward at the same time that your right knee pulls forward, so that you're scissoring the legs front to back, and you're also hugging them in. Inhale, lift your right knee. Stay steady. You can always stay kneeling if you need to. Inhale, raise your arms and pull up, a crescent lunge. The legs provide the support. They give you that confidence. Listen to yourself. Listen to that inner wisdom that's within you and practice from that point of view. That's learning to trust the teacher within, one of the great teachings of yoga. Exhale, bring your hands back to your mat. Downward dog, step back. Enjoy your breath. Check that your hands are well placed. Wrists, 4 points of the hands. Relax the neck. Now hug from your outer wrist towards your inner wrist, so that what you experience is an engagement all the way up the inner edge of your arm. Your biceps are engaged and strong. Remember to breathe. Inhale, please come forward to plank pose. Pressing down. Make your arms strong, make your legs strong. Lifting your thighs, push back through your heels and using your core. And then on your exhale, go back into downward facing dog, stretch out. This time, look back at your feet. And make sure your feet are as wide as your sit bones. And then hugging in with the feet as if you're holding a block between your lower legs. Engage the whole inseam of your legs. If you don't feel like your legs are working strongly enough, I invite you to lift your toes. And by raising your toes off the floor, it encourages that hugging action of the muscles. It provides greater strength in the pose. Inhale. Please draw forward to plank pose once again. Lower both of your knees. Exhale and lie down. When you're all the way down, lengthen your legs back behind you. And clasp your hands around your back. Lifting the front of your shoulders up. Please press your feet and your knees down. Feel the tone of your legs. And then with the inhale, curl your chest up off the floor. The engagement here in the arms helps you to engage the upper back. Staying steady. Feel like you could rise up through the front of your chest, but also elongate the back of your neck. So you're not just simply lifting your head, you're accessing the upper back. Exhale, roll back down. Forehead to the mat, unclasp your hands for a moment. Pause. Please bring your left forearm underneath your head and rest your head upon the arm. And then bend your right knee and reach back and hold the foot. Find a good grip right at the base of the toes. Push down through your knees. Pull in with your tailbone, and you should begin to experience a stretching of the front of your thigh. Draw your right heel closer to the side of your hip, and also remember to pick up the right shoulder. You can adjust the hand on your foot if you need to. Lift your head and rise up. Breathe here, keeping the weight across your hips balanced so that you're not leaning one side or the other. And then exhale, release that foot, take it down. Pause. Let's do the second side. Bringing your right arm under your head, reach back for the left foot. If you have knee issues, if you're pregnant, it's fine to do this pose sideways. holding your foot so you're no longer on your abdomen. Press your knees and feet into the mat. Pull the heel closer to your buttock. And go ahead and lift the left shoulder. Raise your head as you're ready. Lifting your head is an optional pose, so you can just keep your head down if you need to. It's learning to make these slight modifications in your practice that is a way for you to honor the authenticity of how you need to practice on any given day. Exhale, release the foot, lower your head, pause. Take a breath. Move your hands now alongside your chest once again. Push up slowly to table position. Plant the hands. Look down. Always check your foundation. And then from the foundation, feel the embracing of your muscles. Even here, checking that you're not locking out your elbows. To make your arms stronger, pull your hands towards each other, like you were pulling your legs towards each other. And that whole inseam of the arm engages. Look up, lift your chin and your tailbone. Draw back into downward dog again. Stretch back. Hold your downward dog. Explore the pose. Cultivate a deeper awareness of what you're doing, and recognize that in that awareness, that engagement, there is a sense of delight, a sense of expansion that you can find in any given moment. Look forward and walk up into Uttanasana again. Plant your feet well. Inhale, sweep halfway forward. Again, your hands can come to your legs or a block if necessary, extending out. Exhale, bend your knees, taking Utkatasana Squat. Feel the foundation, hug in with your legs. Draw down with the tailbone and lift your belly a little bit higher. Inhale, raise to standing, lift your arms up, stretch fully up overhead. And then sweep your arms out to the side, lower them down with the breath. Bring your hands next to your hips. Hold your mountain and hold it with a confident stance, being so well grounded, so strong in your practice. Let's turn our mat sideways now. We'll prepare for Warrior Two and side angle pose. So once you've turned your mat sideways, if you're using a block, please bring the block over with you. Place it on the right side of your mat. Stand in the middle of your mat and then take a wide stance. Check that your feet are parallel. Check the distance between your feet and start here. And just notice, do you feel open? Do you feel strong? Finding the balance point. Please raise your arms out to the side. Building the pose from the feet. Draw your lower legs toward each other so that the inner edge of your legs engages. And then drawing the inner edge of your legs backward. Slowly fold forward and bring your hands to the mat. Pause and bow. Your hands once more could be on a block. If you're fairly tight through your legs, the hips, or the low back, it's fine to bend your knees in this pose, allowing for a deeper hinging at the pelvis. What I want you to notice here is that the hips are the high point, and you feel your spine cascading down. Relax your neck. Bow to yourself in this pose, but keep the strength in your legs, the muscles hugging you. Keeping your hands on the floor, walk your feet together, slowly heel-toe them in. Inhale, lift halfway forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Draw up with your shoulders. Raise up to mountain pose, Tadasana. Release the hands. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Take a full stance here. Drawing down into your pelvis, drawing up into your pelvis. Stretch out and extend. Let's take a wide stance once again. Sweep your arms out, hold your hips, and step out wide. We'll practice Warrior Two now. So take a little wider stance, maybe a little bit more confidence in what you can do right now. Spread your toes and make the 4 points of your feet grounded. Please turn your right foot all the way to the side. Spread the toes again and make sure your right heel is lined up with the middle of your left foot. When you turn your foot, notice that your left hip might have drawn up. So bring your hips more into balance, more in a level position, and lift your thigh muscles. Inhale, raise your arms up out to the side, and let your arms be supported with your breathing. Exhale, lunge forward into your right knee. Feel the length of your stance. Enjoy your breath and tone your muscles. Turn your head and pull your feet toward one another, just like we practiced at the very beginning of our class today. Make the muscles strong. Please keep your arms raised. Inhale, raise back up to standing. Turn your feet parallel and turn your left foot all the way to the side. Spread the toes and draw up with the thigh. With your exhale, lunge forward. Keep your hips level with each other. Pull the heels in and tone all the way up into your inner thigh. And as you hold the warrior pose, as you feel the strength that this pose brings, remember your back arm, that it stays lifted. And then come to this front leg, bringing the knee over the heel. Bring the hip down in line with your knee, going a little bit lower if that feels appropriate for you. Take a breath, push into your feet. Inhale, raise back up. Turn your feet center. Lower your hands to your hips and step back into mountain pose. Pause. Take a breath. Honor where you are today. Feel the beating of your heart. Practice in a way that helps you feel confident in life, to stand strong in your own light and who you are. Let's do this again. Take another wide stance. We'll practice side angle pose now, which is a variation in some ways of warrior two. So maybe your stance can go a little bit wider on this third go round. Turn your right foot sideways. Spread the toes. Lift your arms. And then lunge into your right leg, bringing the knee over the heel and trying to bring your front hip down lower. Lean over and rest your right forearm onto your thigh and extend your left arm right alongside your ear so you're making an angle with the left side of your body. Keep your forearm on your thigh if that's deep enough. If you have a little bit more to give, hold a block and put the block next to the outer edge of your foot and use only as much of the block as you may need. Some of you, if you're more open or more experienced in this pose, touch your right hand to the floor. Open up, you can turn your head, and from your pelvis, find the delight of just stretching your pose. Take a breath, root through your feet. Inhale again and rise up out of the pose. Turn your feet forward. Move the block with you if you're using it. And then exhale, turn your left foot to the side, spread the toes. Firm your legs, draw your legs in. Exhale, go for your lunge. Sitting low. Lean your forearm onto your thigh. Sweep your arm alongside your ear. Put your left hand on the block or down to the floor if you're taking it to a deeper version. But check that you're not sinking into your legs, that the inner edge of the legs offer you support in this pose. Open through the belly. Turn your head, enjoy your breath. Delight in the awareness. Inhale, push down, rise back up out of your pose. Hold your hips and turn your feet forward and step back to mountain pose. Feet parallel. Lower your arms. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. And exhale, float them down. Inhale, lift them overhead. And exhale, float them down. Inhale, lift overhead. Exhale, float it down. And one more time, we'll take another wide stance. This time, we'll go into warrior two, and then flow warrior two into side angle. So if you're using a block, bring it over to the right side of your mat. Inhale, lift your arms, stretch them up. Turn your right foot sideways. Spread the toes and balance your hips. Tone the muscles. Hug yourself. Exhale, lunge to warrior two. Turn the head. Continue to breathe and notice that warrior two builds a confident pose, a warrior of the self, a warrior of the heart. Now lean over into side angle pose. Either forearm onto your thigh, hand to the block, or hand to the floor. Enjoy your breath and sweep your arm alongside your ear and continue to lift the head toward your arm. Pushing into your back leg, reground your energy. Inhale, rise up out of the pose. Turn your feet forward. Second side, turn your left foot all the way. Set up, feel strong. Exhale, warrior two, lunge into your left leg. Turn the head. Looking down that arm, breathe. And now lean over into side angle pose. Rest your forearm onto your thigh, stage one. Put your hand on the block, stage two. Reach your hand to the floor, stage three. Wherever you are along that spectrum, be authentic in where you need to be. Don't overdo, don't underdo. Please press into your right foot, ground your energy. Inhale, rise back up out of your pose. Turn your feet forward and step your feet together. Release your arms. Pause here in mountain pose. Notice your heartbeat and start to slow the breath down, inhaling and exhaling. Notice the power that these poses bring to you, not only physically, but how you feel so strong mentally and spiritually when you do these warriors. Good. Please turn sideways so you're the lengthwise down your mat and sit down on your mat. Bending your knees. Hold the backs of your legs for support and then roll all the way down. Once you're all the way down on your mat, walk your feet as wide as your hips and move your heels back underneath your knees. Take your right ankle and cross it on top of your left thigh. Reaching between your legs, hold on to your left leg and take a good clasp. Pressing your leg forward into your hands. Keep your toes activated, which actually energizes the muscles of your legs. And then with your exhale, just slowly start to pull the legs in a little bit tighter towards your body. Enjoy the breath. On your inhale, please raise the left foot to the ceiling. Extend it up. Point the toes to the ceiling. And then reach your heel a little bit higher, opening the hip. Exhale, bend your knee and plant the left foot back onto your mat, unclasping your hands. Let's do the second side. Eye of the needle, crossing your left ankle on your right leg. Reach between your legs and hold. Here, focus on the turning of your hip, not trying to press the knee wide. Enjoy your breath. Bringing the leg in a little bit tighter, just as your body can do appropriately. Listen to that inner wisdom. Inhale, raise your right heel, stretch it up, extending. And point the toes up and flex the heel again. Exhale, bend your knee and plant the foot back onto your mat. Unclasp your hand. Join your feet together now, sole to sole. And open your knees wide. Take your arms out to the side. And letting your eyes close, keep pressing into the foundation, the mound of your big toe and your inner heel, the little toe and the outer heel. And as you feel the inner thighs engage, send them down to the floor. Expand your breath. Enjoying that breath fully. Inhale, raise your knees back up to one another, and pause. Draw your legs one at a time into your body and wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself an embrace. Yoga is the art of getting good at being who you are, on your mat and off your mat. Rock side to side. Please take your right leg and extend it all the way out onto the floor. Shake the leg. Move it out to the side a bit. And then take your left leg, extend it out. Shake your feet and move your heels out to the width of your mat and letting your arms come down. Roll your shoulders out underneath you and go ahead and shake your arms. Close your eyes and notice the point where your head is resting on the mat. Imagine that point where your head is touching the mat is magnetic in its quality. And you can feel your eyes release back. A lot of our practice is found by simply being in the stillness, by listening when nothing else is going on. Continue to rest and simply enjoy your pose. Your perceptions are derived from your feelings and your ability to be yourself, to own and trust yourself, and to say what you feel, even when it may be diametrically opposed to everyone else's opinion. Sometimes that is a part of being true to yourself. Thank you for practicing with us today. Namaste.